Our coma science group tries to better understand brain function in patients with coma and related disorders of consciousness. A team of both clinicians with medical doctors and neuropsychologists, but also engineers and physicists coming from all over the world at the University of Liège and the Cyclotron Research Center and the University Hospital really tries to do a better job in terms of finding signs of consciousness, not only relying on bedside clinical assessment, but also seeking for paraclinical consciousness tests. Melanie Beaudet's study offers us a way to quantify, to objectively identify those signs of consciousness in very challenging patients who may awaken from their coma, but it is a big challenge for us to make sure that we don't miss at the bedside any clinical signs of consciousness.
So we studied the brain response to auditory stimuli in patients in vegetative state and minimally conscious state. And so thanks to our collaboration with the team of Professor Friston in London, we could really study the connectivity, like the communication between the brain areas in patients in vegetative state and minimally conscious state. And what we saw in our study was that the difference involved the activity of frontal and parietal cortices, but in a very specific way, meaning what is really important is the top-down connections between frontal and parietal areas and auditory cortices. So it's really in a specific direction. That's really what's making the difference between minimally conscious and vegetative state patients.
This test is important for clinicians who deal with patients in coma and altered states of consciousness. It permits to make the difference between vegetative or unconscious patients and patients with minimal signs of consciousness. And this is very important because the way we will treat these patients in terms of pain and emotion perception and management will be very different. The future challenge now will be to show if this new consciousness test will offer clinicians a way to better predict chances of recovery of consciousness.